Welcome back to Let's Get Cooking. It's me, Rashida, and today I'm going to show you how to make some chicken parmesan cutlets. Now, these are great with pastas. We always know about chicken parmesan, or you could pair them with a vegetable. But first, have you subscribed? Come on, y'all, press that subscribe button. All right, let's get into this recipe. As you see here, I have my chicken breasts. They're cut in half. So I just filleted chicken breast. I have a combination of some panko breadcrumbs. You see the eggs, flour, parmesan, fresh grated parmesan, and just salt and pepper seasoning, some Italian seasonings, and your favorite pasta sauce will work just fine. So right now I'm just seasoning up everything. You got to season from the bottom up. So I'm seasoning with it, just a little bit of salt and pepper, the flour. I'm going to do the eggs, the panko breadcrumbs because they're very plain. So you got to add some flavor to those. And I'm going to also season the chicken with a little salt, pepper, garlic powder. And I just want to make sure everything is well seasoned first. Now today I'm using panko breadcrumbs, but you can also substitute just regular Italian breadcrumbs. You can find them in the same section at the store. Panko is a little bit crunchier and the Italian breadcrumbs just a little bit finer, but they'll both give you that great crisp texture on the chicken. So here's a round of my garlic powder. Like I said, we just want to make sure we flavor from the bottom up. I don't know about you, but when I go to an Italian restaurant, chicken parmesan is on the top of the list. It's like chicken parmesan or fettuccine alfredo, shrimp scampi. Some of those are the top. Some of those are at the top of my list. So I was like, well, if we can get it at the restaurant, we definitely can make it at home in the kitchen. And sometimes it tastes just as good. So right now, once everything has its little salt, pepper, garlic powder, Italian seasoning. Then I want to go ahead and put some, well, I'm adding some grated Parmesan to my panko breadcrumbs. So that's going to go into the little crispy coating that goes on the chicken. Okay, the preparation for the chicken cutlets is a little messy, but that's okay. We can wipe that away. But it's a process. Right now, I'm mixing in the Parmesan into the panko breadcrumbs, and I'm just going to mix that well. But then it's going to be an order of dipping. So we're going to start with our chicken breast. We're going to first dip it in the flour. Then I'm going to dip it in the egg mixture. Then I'm going to dip it in the panko breadcrumbs. So you will see the process. I'm going to do a couple of them for you so you'll understand how we're coating this chicken. Also, I do have olive oil on hand. So if you have olive oil, preferably, avocado oil is another good one. We're going to cook the chicken in the olive oil. It's a low simmer fry. It's not a deep fry. I'm not deep frying, but it's like a low fry. Right now I'm stirring up my eggs. Just want to stir those well. I think I used 2 to 3 eggs for the amount of chicken. It was almost about 2 pounds of chicken breast that I used. Now, while I'm preparing my chicken, I am also cooking some spaghetti pasta. You use spaghetti pasta, linguine, whatever type of pasta you like, if you even want to have pasta. Like I said, these chicken parmesan cutlets can just be made on their own. You can have a salad with them. You can have some broccoli, whatever type of vegetable you like to pair. You don't have to have the pasta, but sometimes we like chicken parmesan with our pasta. So my pasta is cooking and I'm just making spaghetti noodles. But right now I'm going to show you the process of dredging the chicken and preparing it for the pan to cook. Once again, the order of service, the order is flour first, egg, and then dip it into the panko breadcrumb mixture. That first piece was kind of big, so I decided to cut them in half and go a little bit smaller to make it more manageable. Egg, flour, egg, panko breadcrumbs. And then I just sit them all on the pan. So I do this process first with all the chicken, then just get a little cookie sheet or whatever type of plate and just set them there until they're ready to go into the pan. All right, my chicken cutlets are ready to go into the pan. I have put probably about a cup of olive oil in the pan and let that heat for about 3 to 4 minutes. You do want a medium-high heat, but not too hot. And it was just right. I'm starting off with 2 chicken cutlets. I'm going to cook these on each side. I'm going to flip them a couple times, but it's going to take about 10 minutes. I want to say about 5 minutes each side till we have a crispy brown texture. And once again, I'm kind of let you see the process of the chicken cooking in the pan just so you know how it should look. And what I like about using the panko breadcrumbs is you just have a crispier chicken. So it doesn't get soggy so quickly. When you add tomato sauce or add a sauce to it, you still have that nice crispy bite. Versus just Italian breadcrumbs sometimes become a little bit softer once you add sauce to it quicker. But both ways make delicious chicken parmesan. I also have another chicken parmesan video on my channel, so you can definitely look out for that one. I prepared it slightly different way. So if you would like to also check out my other chicken parmesan video that I made probably about a year or so ago, feel free to. Okay, the chicken is looking great. That's that crispy light brown texture that we want. You can see that there's a nice crunch on the chicken. So once they're done, I just remove them from the pan and I put them on a cooking rack. And then just get ready to add my next pieces, and I'll let you look at one more round. All my chicken is done cooking in the pan, so now the final steps are coming into play, and I'm just going to take these chicken cutlets, and to make them a chicken parmesan, you want to add fresh mozzarella. That's what I forgot to say at the beginning. I am using fresh mozzarella also. Fresh mozzarella, grated parmesan, favorite pasta sauce, and I'm going to put these in the oven for only about 2 minutes under a high broil. This process is basically to melt the cheese. So we have the chicken cutlets already prepared, already hot, ready to go. So I'm just adding once again the pasta sauce, the mozzarella cheese, and a little bit of grated parmesan. Put them in the oven for a couple minutes, pull them out, and they are ready to be served. You can also garnish with some fresh basil. I love basil, didn't have any on hand. So if you have some basil, I would suggest you can just cut up a couple pieces and put that on top once the chicken comes out the oven. Once again, my oven is on a high broil. And you know that just cooks it from the top really, really quick. So I'm doing pasta sauce, mozzarella as much as you want. You can cover the whole chicken, but I wanted to leave a little bit of chicken exposed. And then on top of the mozzarella, I just add a little bit of grated parmesan for the flavor. In the oven they go. A few minutes later, keep an eye on them. If you ever put anything on a high broil, you want to keep your eye on it because it will burn quickly. Like I said, this took about 2 or 3 minutes. And there we are. The cheese is melted on the chicken. The sauce is under that. You can add a little more sauce on top. And definitely if you're making pasta, you can put sauce on your pasta and then just put the chicken on top of that. I didn't show that process today. I'm going to just garnish with a little bit of, I have some parsley, some dried parsley. My chicken parmesan cutlets are done. They are complete, ready to be eaten. Thanks for coming in the kitchen. Thanks for cooking with me. Until next time, have a blessed day and a blessed week. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Take care.